Hey guys, how's it going? So tonight we are actually filming something a little bit different than what we normally do. I know some of you are saying, man, these guys do everything. Well, we try to mix in a little bit of everything in our videos, but tonight is kind of different for us. So past couple nights, uh, I would say maybe past couple weeks, stuff has been happening at the house. I know I posted a video with some orbs floating around where my mother-in-law sleeps, and it just kept increasing and increasing and increasing. I mean, some of these orbs were like big or going super fast. It's just crazy. So this morning, we woke up just like normal, had our coffee, watch a little bit of the news, get caught up in everything while the coffee kicks in. And my wife goes, huh, my shirt's inside out. She had a button on, a long sleeve. And she says, you know, was I wearing that last night? I'm like, no, it was on the right way last night. And there was no way for her to put it, inside out because there's no way to put the buttons on because the buttons were facing inside. And she goes, no, it was the right side. And I remember because we were still talking and we were watching a movie and it was, everything was fine. It was normal. But when she woke up in the morning, the shirt was inside out. And she's all, how did that happen? You know, we couldn't we couldn't explain ourselves. I'm like, were you sleepwalking or something? You got hot, maybe you took it off and put it back on. She goes, no, I didn't do that. So it kind of like left us at a ooh. Also, we had a candle on overnight, and she says, well, the candle was still on, but it was making these weird noises. And I mentioned to her before I was lighting the candle, I'm like, the candle doesn't want to light. And I went back and I was like, what's up with this candle? I turned it on again and it went one way. So the flame just went like to one side and then it went back up. I didn't think of anything of it. I was just joking around going, oh, well, you guys don't like this candle? That's all I said. And then the night progressed. So I kept on hearing the candle, but me thinking maybe it's a crackling candle. But I guess not. But my wife did say that candle was making some weird noises last night. She said she thought maybe because it was almost going down because it was the candle was already halfway, so I just turned it on so the house can smell good. And she says, no, I thought the candle was already going to the last portion because it starts making that more of a crackling sound when the candles are almost gone. And she said, no, it was just making this weird noise. That was one thing. Another thing is, since we have our mother-in-law at home, and me, I sometimes keep my wife up. I snore like a freaking bear, so I snore real loud sometimes. And I was like, what, I'm just gonna, for the time being, I'm gonna sleep over here. That way I don't wake you up at night. And she goes, yeah, that's fine. She has to sleep in a different section of the house because of my mother-in-law. Like many of you know, she's going through dementia, and she tends to walk out. So we have to be alert at all times. I know we have all our motion sensors on our cameras on, but that catches like if she wakes up or she goes out of the room, and it has happened. She has gotten out of the room, gone into another room and gets stuck either in the laundry. She's gone into the garage in the dark and she's just stuck in there. So we're afraid that she might figure out how to open the front door and go out the front door, and we're asleep and we won't know. But that way we're on separate rooms and we can all see and hear, if something goes on. So that's why my wife is out there. There's no way I could have woken up because I didn't fall asleep till later that night because she couldn't fall asleep because our dogs, wanted to go in and out, and it was raining. So she's like, yeah, I didn't fall asleep till a little bit later that night, but candle was making weird noises. My shirt was still on the right place. It wasn't inside out yet. So it was just a mystery. I was like, oh. So she read that having your shirt inside out means that you were abducted by aliens. That's one theory. We're trying to look for other theories and see what else we can we can find, but no, we couldn't find anything that would explain why that shirt was inside out. I sometimes hear like noises, footsteps. I sometimes think it's the kids. It's the kids. I back and forth, or it's my son, online playing. But I do hear noises. I do hear the knocks on the wall. But I don't think anything of it. I'm like, maybe it's this, or I try to find a reasonable explanation, and I try to avoid it. But I do get scared. I'm not gonna lie. But tonight, it's gonna be night one. We're gonna go ahead and set up a camera, and we're gonna direct it at a certain point in the house to see if it picks up anything. Yeah, sounds kind of creepy, but we just want to know if it picks up anything. It will pick up the orbs, because like I said, those orbs are everywhere. If you haven't seen the video with the orbs of my mother-in-law, it's on our videos. Go ahead and click on it, take a look at it, let us know what you think. But stuff is happening. On the second video, I'll have my wife, talk about it and see if she felt anything or anything else has kind of happened tonight. We'll go from there. But tonight is night one. We're gonna set up the camera. If it picks up anything, obviously I'm not gonna let it play for the whole night. I'm gonna fast forward, see if it picks up anything. If it picks up some orbs, that'll be weird, because we do have a camera already set up where I'm gonna put the other one. It never picked up an orb. But when we put it in the master bedroom where my mother-in-law's staying, it picks up the orbs, and it just gets crazy. I mean, the orbs are flying everywhere. You got fast ones, slow ones, and at first it's like, maybe it's dust. No, dust doesn't fly up and then come back down and then go side to side. Yeah, it does not happen. But I hope you guys enjoy what's gonna happen tonight. Maybe we'll catch something, maybe we won't, but we're gonna try. We're gonna set it up. I am gonna post it, and if you have any reasonable explanations for me, leave it in the comments, and I'll leave you with tonight's video. I'll talk to you later, guys. Everybody, so it's the following day. You can see my mother-in-law in the background
walking around.
She's doing her daily routine. It's walking back and forth. Nothing happened last night. I did include some of the recording, as you can see, but nothing. No orbs, no weird candle noises, no doors shutting back and forth.
I slept like a baby.
So yeah, it was just crazy. Nothing really happened. So like I said in the beginning of the video, my wife is going to be here the next day and kind of tell you a little bit about what she experienced, what happened. And I totally left out one thing about our lights that flickered.
Oh yes, that day that we were just sitting here. We were in the kitchen. Everybody was gathered around in the kitchen. I think I was making something, and everybody was just talking. And then all of a sudden, the lights just flickered.
Yeah, it was, and it wasn't raining. There was no thunderstorms, nothing. And it just went like something was telling us, hey, trying to get our attention.
And it was just these three lights.
Yeah, it was just that. So these three lights are connected to the other lights. So if these would have flickered, the other ones would have flickered. They're not on a separate system or anything. It's the same switch. They all go on at the same time. I have no idea why they flickered. It's crazy. So stuff like that has been happening, but like I said, Nora's just letting our puppies in, and she's going to tell you about the issue with the Inside Out shirt.
That was weird.
We're still trying to figure out what happened.
What happened? Because the night before, I went to my room to change to my pajamas, and I had leggings on, so I go, I'm just gonna keep the leggings on. So I put on the shirt. I unbuttoned the shirt to put it on over my head. It was a button pajama, and I know I put it on right because I buttoned it. So I was gonna leave, and I go, no, I'm gonna put on my the matching pajama pants. So I did. And I came out here, the kids were in the living room, my husband was in the living room, and I'm pretty sure if he would have seen me with my pajama inside out, he would have said, hey, why is your pajama inside out, or something like that. But he didn't, because I had it on the right way. And that night when I went to sleep, I couldn't sleep. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and I kept getting up, and I could hearing like crackling noises. So I came to see what it was. It was the candle, the one right behind us right there, that was flickering. It kept flickering, and it was just going all over the place. And there was no windows open. The doors weren't open. The AC wasn't open. The fan wasn't on. So it was just flickering on its own. I didn't think anything of it, but so I went to sleep. I went to try to get some sleep, and I couldn't go to sleep. And I think finally I went to sleep, and then like 30 minutes later, the dogs woke me up to let them out. So I got up and let them out. I didn't look at my pajama to see if it was inside out or not, because I was just tired, and I was just letting them out, and then they came back in, and I went back to sleep. And I know I was tossing and turning because I remember trying to get comfortable, because I sleep on a sofa in the downstairs living room. My husband was upstairs because well, he was upstairs because I sleep downstairs, because just in case my mom gets up and tries to leave the house, I'm right there. So that's the reason why I sleep downstairs, because we do have a queen bed upstairs that we can both sleep on, but I choose to sleep downstairs.
It's only because, as you can see,
yeah,
she's going back and forth. And as I previously stated, you know, when we started the video, she went into the garage and got locked in the garage, and she was just standing in the dark. Or she'll go out in the back and lock the door from the inside, and there she goes again. Lock the door from the inside, and she stays outside. So we're trying to avoid that, and it's a process to kind of get used to it.
It took a while to get used to it, but now it's like
it's a routine.
It's her routine.
Yeah. Now the issue is, where are these noises coming from? The little stuff that's going on, the orbs are back and forth. The orbs, they're always in the room.
Where
Last
she sleeps.
night, I was telling my wife, maybe something heard me and says I was going to set up a camera, and nothing happened. Nothing. No orbs. It was like nothing. And I usually hear the knock. I was saying I hear knocks, but nada.
Did I mention when I woke up in the morning? Did you notice? I think when I went to use the restroom, I noticed my pajama was inside out. I'm like, what the heck? How did this happen? I know there was no hanky panky last night because he sleeps upstairs. But yeah, I couldn't figure out how my pajama was inside out. I'm like, I didn't take it off. I wasn't hot because it was cold. We don't really turn up the heater because it's Arizona. We don't need a heater. But sometimes we do. But
Sometimes.
that night we didn't. And I was just, it's been mind-boggling trying to figure out that if I woke up during the night and took it off and then put it back on, or I don't know what happened. I don't know. Has this happened to anybody? If they can tell me if it's happened to them, are they feeling the same way I'm feeling? That I'm like, what happened? Did I get up in the middle of the night and walk around and take off my strip and put on my clothes back on? What happened? I don't know.
I was mentioning some of the research says probably abducted by aliens. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Because I did at night, I did wake up and I opened the door just to look outside. And then I went back to sleep because this is when I couldn't go to sleep. Maybe I let somebody in, I don't know. But I didn't open the middle gate. I just opened the door and looked outside, kind of got fresh air and went back to sleep. And
And that was it. I don't know. So tonight it's gonna be day number 2. We will make another video. I'm gonna set up the camera somewhere else in the house. So I tried in the first. What would you call that?
The living room.
The living room. One of the living rooms that's over there. And then I'm gonna set it up in a different area of the house. I'm gonna try to get the other camera and set that up. See if I catch anything going up the stairs or
Coming down the stairs.
coming down the stairs. So we're gonna do that. So stay tuned for day 2. Like I said, if something like this has happened to you, you
Leave
hear
a
stuff,
comment.
leave a comment. Or if you want to have fun, if you want to write down how many times my mother-in-law went back and forth, put that in the comments. That'll be fun because she's coming back.
She's coming back.
Ready? There she goes. So if you want to have some fun, let me know how many times you saw her go back and forth. And like I said, you know, it's doesn't feel scary. It's just
No.
unexplained.
Yeah, things that happen that are
it's not
just
spooky. I mean,
things that make you go.
yeah. So
And sometimes when all the kids were in school, we would hear footsteps upstairs, like somebody was walking around, and we know for a fact that nobody was home. The cats were, but this was not cat noises. This
or
was
you would hear
footsteps.
one of the doors upstairs close. And we're like, there's no wind. All the doors were already closed. What the heck was that?
I didn't go up there and look.
Yeah.
I didn't. But I'm not gonna be that one person that you hear something in the basement or somewhere scary like that and goes to investigate. That's
We're
not
Mexican.
me.
We're
No.
the first ones to go too. No, it ain't happening.
No, thank
So
you.
whatever ghost is up there, I'll have fun. You know, I'm not going up there.
Enjoy it. Enjoy the good.
Let him be. But again, stay tuned for day number 2. That will happen tonight. Hoping to upload it tomorrow evening or the following day. But
Look for it tomorrow.
Just look for it tomorrow. I'm gonna try this video that you're watching. It's gonna be uploaded today. So as soon as we're done, I'm gonna upload it and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think or any of your experiences. But hope everything
Turns out
turns
good.
out good.
And if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the updates of the haunted Regalado household.
The haunted salty house.
No.
All right, guys. So take care. Subscribe, follow us. Like I mentioned, also, you guys are probably wondering, man, they do like a bunch of different things. They're going out selling stuff. They're cooking. They're traveling with the family, going somewhere else, or they're hanging around with Nana, going somewhere, or having fun with the dogs. We try to mix in everything because it's our daily life. This channel is our daily life.
Yeah.
Stuff that we do. So we're gonna try to upload more and more and more and more. And you know, we're interested in knowing about you. Where are you from? What have you done fun? Is there someplace fun to visit? You know, let us know because that's something that we're trying to do. Get out a little bit more and have my mother-in-law out in the open a little bit more so she can get distracted because as you can see, they're going back and forth.
We just got back home, so don't think we have her locked up home all day. We go out in the mornings, you know, we go out and do our daily things, our walks and everything. But when we're out, she wants to come home. Needs to come home. She says she wants to come home. We come home, she wants to leave.
She wants to leave.
So it's a everyday thing. So for us now, so we're getting used to it
And
still.
and what you see is that's every day. From morning all the way to night, you know, she'll sit down for a little bit and then start again.
And she'll remember something. You can
Yeah.
see in her face she remembers something, and she's like, she gets up looking for it. And if you ask her, what are you looking for? Oh, I'm just looking for some clothes I left here, or some garritas, or but that's
Or she'll
always
straight up
looking for
say,
something.
No, I don't know. I'm just here.
Last night she wanted us to take her to Phoenix because she said,
Yeah, Phoenix. And then she comes up to me and standing behind me, and I turn around like, wow, what, did you need something? He goes, yeah. What time are we leaving to Mesa? I'm like, wow, I'm not going to Mesa. I live here. She goes,
Then
oh.
I think she stopped when I asked her, well, where am I taking you to Phoenix? Because Phoenix is big. What's the address that you want me to take you to? Give me the address and I'll take you. And she's like, well, I don't know where the address is. I go, well, how are we supposed to find where you're going if we don't have an address?
Yeah, and she does have some stories, like when she sits down, she starts talking about Mexico, about her mom, people I've never heard of, but my wife says, yeah, I think I've heard of that person, or start talking about her brothers, her sisters, and it's just something to listen to. You're like, oh, just let her talk. Maybe it's something she lived in the past or something that she remembers from the past.
I think she thinks she's living, because she's always wanting to go to her mom's house. She wants to go to her dad's house. She goes, I got to get home because my mom doesn't know I'm here. And she's going to get mad at me if I don't come home. Stuff like that. But
yeah, or she doesn't want to eat because she says, oh, I'm going to say this. I need to take this back to my kids.
yeah, oh yeah,
They're
that's
all
another
grown.
thing.
and her mentality, she's still in the younger stage.
All right, well, I'm going to go check and see who that is.
Is it really somebody out there?
Let's go check it out.
Well, I'm going to finish the video, guys. Anna's going to go open up the door. But again, thank you so much for joining us. And enjoy this video. Give us a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.